In a world where there is no asphalt, only dust, mud, and impossible mountains, legends were born. Motorcycles that didn't ask for permission, only the road, from the dunes of Dakar to the wildest trails. These machines forged riders and their name on the earth. Today I will tell you about the most legendary off-road motorcycles on the planet. What makes an off-road motorcycle legendary? An off-road motorcycle becomes legendary when it combines four things: total reliability, capable of withstanding hits, mud, water, heat, and continuing to run as if nothing happened. Lightweight, so you can maneuver between rocks or lift it after a fall, without calling a tow truck. Real off-road capability, with long suspensions, good height, and a design meant to cross mountains, rivers, and whatever comes your way. And lastly, historical legacy. Motorcycles that left a mark in wars, in the Dakar, in expeditions, or simply in the hearts of thousands of adventurers. These machines don't need asphalt to shine. They just need dirt, courage, and sometimes a good kick to start. The Yamaha XT 500, launched in 1976, was not just another motorcycle. It was the mother of all modern off-road bikes. It was one of the first to blend the best of two worlds: the reliability of an urban motorcycle and the toughness of an enduro bike. With its powerful 4999cc single-cylinder engine, air-cooled system, and kickstart, the XT 500 proved that electronics and luxuries weren't necessary to conquer the world, and reliable. And it did so literally. It was one of the first motorcycles to race and win in the Paris-Dakar Rally in the late 70s. Imagine a crazy Frenchman, a crumpled map, and a Yamaha that didn't complain even in the Sahara Desert. It was so durable, so reliable, and so rugged that it became the gold standard for Japanese trail bikes. If there's a bike you can throw to the ground, pick up, kick, and keep riding, it's this one. Then came the XT 600, the natural evolution. More displacement, better suspension, a bit more comfort, but without losing the raw and warrior spirit of the original. In the 80s and 90s, it was the queen of secondary roads and true adventures. Those you don't post on Instagram, but you do share around a campfire, scars included. And of course the XT 250, which was born to be light, agile, and pure fun. Does it sound familiar? That's because it's the bike John Rambo used in First Blood. Yamaha specially prepared it for that brutal forest chase scene. And it was no coincidence. The XT 250 had the perfect balance between pure off-road and ease of use. Ideal for escaping helicopters and sheriffs with unfriendly faces. This XT family left its mark everywhere. In the African dunes, in the mountains, on city streets, and in Hollywood. And today, decades later, they are still alive, in the second-hand market, in fan forums, and in the hearts of those who once learned to kickstart them until they roared to life. If there is a bike that started the path of true all-terrain vehicles, it is the XT 500. And if there is a saga that defined the Japanese off-road spirit, it is this. 1. The Honda XR600R, the tank so indestructible that you could leave it buried at the bottom of a swamp, come back a year later, kick it, and start it. Launched in 1985, it was not just a bike. It was a declaration of war against mechanical fragility. A single-cylinder engine with 591 cubic centimeters, air-cooled, without electric start, with more torque than many tractors, and a simple but bomb-proof chassis. Honda said, "Do you want a bike that can withstand everything? Take this and kick it if you dare." And yes, you had to kick it, but once it started, it wouldn't stop. You could cross deserts, crash into rocks, sleep next to it, and use it as a pillow. The XR600 wouldn't break. It was designed to race in deserts, broken roads, and anything that wasn't paved. For years, it was the chosen one in the Baja 1000, that race where bikes and riders returned worn out, except for the XR. Then came the XR650L, which maintains the spirit, but became a little more civilized. Electric start, lights, and a seat height that seems designed for NBA players. But it's still a rock. Same air and oil engine, same war tank reliability, same ease of getting it into mud, sand, or a lost forest, and walking out as if nothing happened. In fact, the XT650L has been in production almost unchanged since 1993, which says a lot. If something works so well, why change it? And let's not forget the XR250, which was the entry point into the XR world for many. Lighter, ideal for those who want a pure off-road experience, but without it kicking your leg off when you start it. Agile, reliable, cheap, and with that 90s aesthetic that is pure cult today. Many used it to learn, to do enduro, or directly to commute to work every day on roads that would make a scooter cry. The XR series didn't need sophisticated technology or gadgets, just iron, simplicity, and a break-me-if-you-can spirit. Nowadays, finding a well-maintained XR600 or XR250 is like finding gold in a cave. There are few, but those who have them won't let them go even if you offer them a new KTM. In summary, if the Yamaha XT is the pioneer, the Honda XR is the one that went to war and came back laughing. The Suzuki DR 350, launched in 1990, came with a clear proposition. Not too much for cross, not too much for road, not too expensive, but good for everything. And it succeeded. A 4-stroke single-cylinder, air and oil-cooled, with kickstart, and later electric start. Decent suspension, low weight, and simple maintenance. Ideal for those who wanted to get off the asphalt, but without mortgaging the house or adjusting valves every 2 weeks. The DR 350 was one of the first dual sports that could really do everything without complaining. Trail, enduro, long trips, city, countryside, mountains, or desert. And the best part, it did all that without breaking down. It was so well balanced that it became a favorite among low-cost travelers, solo adventurers, and novices who wanted something serious but uncomplicated. And in 1996, the natural evolution arrived, the DR 650, with a bigger engine, 644 cubic centimeters, but maintaining the same DNA. And when we say balance, we mean it. Powerful yet controllable, simple yet complete, lightweight for its displacement, more comfortable than an enduro, more agile than a heavy trail bike, and on top of that, cheap. What more could you want? The DR 650 doesn't have ABS, it doesn't have riding modes, or a TFT screen. But what it does have is mechanical reliability that is frightening, an uncomplicated design, and a chassis that takes you anywhere and back without a fuss. That's why, to this day, it remains in production unchanged since 1996. Literally. Suzuki said, if it works, don't touch it. And they were right. It doesn't matter if you're going to the office, the mountains, or the end of the world. The DR can handle it all. Do you want a bike that serves you for learning, traveling, breaking trails, or simply having a reliable and fun machine? This is it. The Suzuki DR is not the fastest, nor the most modern, nor the most luxurious, but it is the most balanced. And in the real world, that makes it almost perfect. The choice of adventurers and military personnel. With this, you can go from Alaska to Ushuaia without changing the oil, and probably someone did. The KLR650 appeared in 1987, and since then, it has been the preferred bike for all kinds of adventurers with giant backpacks, crumpled maps, and an obsession with crossing continents. Why? Because the KLR is not a bike. It's a mule with an engine. With its incredibly powerful 6.5.1cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, its gigantic tank, and its comfortable riding position, the KLR was not designed to win races, and that's perfectly fine. It was designed to devour road after road, without complaint. While other brands updated their models every 3 years with ABS, screens, power maps, and buttons, even to scratch your back, Kawasaki left the KLR almost untouched for 2 decades. Literally. From 1987 to 2007, the model changed so little that you could use parts from one on another as if they were Lego. And in 2008, surprise, they changed the fairing and nothing else. The engine remained the same because, of course, why fix what isn't broken? It's the motorcycle chosen by the United States military and several governments around the world for their troops in difficult terrains. There are even modified military versions to run on diesel, or JP8, the same fuel used by tanks. That tells you everything about its durability. And if we talk about trips, the list is endless. Many who crossed Africa or the entire Americas did so on a KLR. There are entire forums dedicated to KLRs that have over 150,000 kilometers on them and are still running. It is known for its ability to carry luggage like a mule, suitcases, jerry cans, bags, tents, your ex and their cat. Everything fits. Now, it is also famous for its doohickey, a small part of the distribution system that was known for braking. But don't worry, if you own a KLR, the first thing you do is change it, and that's it. It's ready to cross the planet. In 2022, Kawasaki finally said, let's modernize it. And they released a new KLR650 with electronic fuel injection, optional ABS, and some updated plastics. The engine? Exactly the same. Because again, if it works, don't touch it. What makes the KLR650 legendary? Its ability to do everything, anywhere in the world for very little money. It's not fast, it's not light, it's not modern, but it's reliable, tireless, and as simple as a shovel. And as useful as one too. If one day all the roads, satellites disappear, and we return to the Middle Ages, there will be a KLR starting with a handlebar made of a branch, and it will take you just the same. And we can't forget the premium trail. Heavy, very expensive, but capable of going around the world. The BMW R8 GS from 1980 was the first true trail bike. Twin-cylinder, comfortable, with a shaft drive, and capable of winning the Dakar. With it, BMW invented the adventure concept that today dominates the market. Then came the more modern GS models, culminating in the R1200 GS Adventure, a beast of over 250 kilos, but equipped with the latest technology, suspensions, telelever, paralever, riding modes, ABS, traction control, and more. It became the best-selling motorcycle in Europe and a symbol of epic journeys, thanks to series like Long Way Round with Ewan McGregor. Why is it legendary? Because it combines luxury, reliability, and real off-road capability like no other. It's the bike you see dirty, with aluminum panniers and stickers from around the world. And you know it has lived through real adventures. These are not bikes for Instagram. They don't shine in display cases or make noise in cafes. They are bikes that get muddy, that fall and get back up, that start in the rain, in the desert, or after years forgotten in a shed. They are machines that don't just take you. They accompany you on your first trip, your first fall, in that moment when you are alone facing the mountain. And you understand that the world is bigger than you, and your bike is more loyal than many friends. Because an off-road bike is not chosen with the head. It's chosen with the desire to get lost, and is remembered for the stories it helped you write. So yes, they can be heavy, they can vibrate. They might not have ABS, but they are the ones that leave a mark on the road and on you. And if you want to discover the legendary XR600, also known as the Leg Breaker, click on this video, and we'll see you there.